August 6 and August 9 were days that marked the world history. The American government launched an attack with nuclear bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, an event that was decisive for the end of the Second World War, but it also meant the loss of thousands of lives of Japanese peoples.
This is the story behind the myth of attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On August 2, 1939, the President Franklin D. Roosevelt received a letter written by nuclear scientist refugees from Europe and approved by Albert Einstein. This letter warned about the use of nuclear fission as a weapon of mass destruction and the intention of the Nazis to create bombs for use in war.
The President Roosevelt created the Manhattan Project in 1941 with the aim of building a nuclear bomb before Nazi government. On December 7, 1941, Japan attacked the U.S. naval base and Pearl Harbor. This action made the United States enter in the Second World War.
Then on December 8, President Roosevelt called that day the day we live in infamy and approved the declaration of war against Japan. With the passage of time, we were able to make 4 bombs called Fat Man, Little Boy, The Gadget, and Thin Man.
By July 1945, the United States already had functional nuclear bombs, and the question was if USA would use it or not. On August 6, 1945, the American government ordered to release a bomb called Little Boy from Hiroshima, killing about 140,000 innocent lives.
History is that Einstein said, "I should burn my fingers with which I wrote the first letter to Roosevelt." Days after the August 9, a second bomb was dropped on the Nagasaki city, this with the name of the Fat Man, leaving 40,000 dead and 25,000 injured.
Events were a way to demonstrate the military power of the United States, being a factor for the end of the Second World War. Nowadays, the U.S. action are questioned because there were only immediate deaths caused by bombs, also the consequences that had for radioactive energy in the area. The pilots regret to have thrown the bomb in Japan.
The Project Manhattan could have been a treaty of peace.
Japan could have accepted the surrender before the first attack and prevent the death of thousands of people.
The two groups should have made a peace agreement before attack.
Albert Einstein shouldn't have helped to create the bomb.
Japan shouldn't have attacked first to the United States when USA wasn't within the war.